It took a year, but I transformed my life by losing 70 pounds. I had half-heartedly tried to lose weight in the past. I tried to give up soda several times, but couldn't stick with it. In 2017, I finally succeeded giving up soda, but I replaced it with treats instead. I had traded one bad habit for another, but I was proud that I was officially off soda. Months later, I was snowboarding with some friends. I was struggling to reach down to tighten my bindings on my snowboard. My buddy got impatient and tightened the bindings for me. We joked about it, but it got me thinking that I needed to do something about this problem. I wasn't able to do things I once loved because of my weight. The next month, Nu Skin sent me to Australia. While traveling, my wife sent me a podcast that said, "When we overeat, we are trying to fill a void in our life." I took this to heart and tried to find what that void was. It was in Australia that I decided I needed to take my health seriously, and I committed to improve in phases. Phase 1, tracking my food. Counting calories seems overwhelming at first. The most important part is simply being aware of what is going into your body. One night I was working late for a Nu Skin event and I was in the work zone. Then I got distracted. I realized my fingers were looking for some treats that were usually on my desk. They weren't there. Counting calories taught me how unaware I was with my mindless eating. I learned to be more present with what I was going to eat and when. Phase 2. I decided it was time to pick a goal weight. Focusing on the scale was a challenge, but also had its reward. It helped me stay focused on hitting my goal. Phase 3. After 6 months, I was 1 pound away from hitting my goal weight. A friend of mine suggested I go for a run to sweat it off. Mission accomplished. I was down 50 pounds, but this run opened a new opportunity for me: exercise. I made a new goal to run 3 times a week for 1 month. I call it running, but it was more like walking. I stayed the course, and little by little I started to run a little longer until one day, without realizing it, I had run into my driveway. I had run a full 3 miles. That seemed impossible at one time, but I did it. In reflection, I think my success this time around was because I used baby steps instead of trying to jump in too deep at first. After a year of training, I built up stamina and eventually ran my first marathon in September 2019. It took a year to shed that 70 pounds, but consistently eating healthier and exercising literally changed my life.